Hey guys, this is the Black Dragon from the WBO. This is video part 2 for testing of a Reviser Girago SA165 metal flat. There in part 1 there's explanation and introduction to the combo as well as a test against the top tier stamina type. So if you haven't watched part 1, I would strongly suggest you do that because it'll make everything make sense. But this is simply part 2, which is a test against a standard defense type, which will be Y-Vang Reviser Boost Disc 145 Coating Sharp. I am going to cut out a few things in between battles, just so it's not too long. I'm not skipping any actual battles, though. So, alright. Here we go, round 1. Ooh, my CS went a little aggro there. It doesn't usually do that. Alright. Both bays are making pretty heavy contact. It's not too bad. But, again, if you didn't hear me explain this in part 1, this bay does OS a lot better when it just continues to make contact with its opponent over and over again. Tornado stalling will cause it to be OS'd by its opponent if that opponent has really good stamina, like a top tier stamina type can easily OS this if it, well, not easily, but you can see in the first video that when Girago goes into a tornado stall, it loses. But alright, there is the end of round 1. The score is now 1-0. Round 2. Oh, KO! I did not expect that. He doesn't usually have that impressive smash, but I guess he can if he needs to. That makes the score 2-0. Girago 1 KO and 1 OS. Girago is going into a tornado stall here. Oh, it looks like he's going back towards the middle. Against a defense type that doesn't, this defense type obviously doesn't have nearly as much stamina as the stamina type I tested in part 1 was Phantom Cygnus 230D. This obviously doesn't have as much stamina as that. So tornado stalling, Girago will still be able to win. However, probably not by as much. We did tornado stall there, but he's probably still going to OS. Here we go. And there's the OS by Girago. That makes the score 3-0. 2 OS and 1 KO for Girago. Now round 4. Made some contact there. Looked like he got pretty close to the edge there. Was not a KO, but see, you can see that Girago seems to be draining its opponent's stamina gradually without losing much spin. There's another OS that makes the score 4-0. 3 OS and 1 KO for Girago now round 5. On the thread right before I am recording this, Kin Highwind said that it has low rotational recoil, which basically means that when it hits something, it doesn't slow down as fast as its opponent, which I guess totally makes sense because it seems to be hitting the opponent and the opponent is losing more spin than it is. So anyways, this is round 5. Girago seems to be going into a little bit of a tornado stall. Not too bad, though, because he did make some contact on in the beginning. You can see Reviser's is wobbling. Really, Girago totally... I'm just doing this video for clarification, but Girago has no problem taking out defense types of any kind. It's an extremely effective counter for defense types. Well, actually, I guess for a counter, you want to totally destroy the defense type in which you would use stamina, but it can take out defense types very effectively. This is a full tornado stall here. So, but as you can see in the previous video, it tornado stalled like this against Cygnus and lost, but the stamina comparison between Cygnus and this Reviser combo is significant, so Girago will still OS. By the way, the score is 5-0 right now. Four KO and 1 OS. Looks like we're going to see another OS by Girago, and down goes Reviser. So that makes the score right now, let's see, 6-0, 5 OS and 1 KO. That was, I just skipped that because I actually had to go down and eat, and I came back a while later, so that was actually this is actually a second video of the rest of the rounds. Oops. Stadium shifted a little bit there. You can still see it though. You can see that was some pretty high recoil going on. Girago can, when it's leaning over, it can actually have some pretty effective smash. Not that, obviously not that prominent, not as if it was in an attack type, but it can KO some stuff. Okay, there's another OS that makes the score 7-0 with 6 KO and 1 outspin, 1 OS. Ooh, that was a wall save. That looks like it could have actually been a KO there. Looks like they both got a wall save there, but this is round 8, by the way. It looks like we're going to see Girago OS again. Wait for it. Oh, see this when metal flat is being like pushed to the outer edge. When it's leaning like that, it loses quite a bit of stamina, so that's bad, which is another reason you don't want to deep bank. The score is now 8-0. I believe it's, yes, 8-0. It's 7 OS and 1 KO to 0. This is round 9. It looks like Reviser's or Girago's gonna OS. Okay, there we go, an OS by Girago. Alright. It went a little aggro there. Ooh, KO! Another one. Alright, so there it is. The final score is 10-0, 2 KO and 8 OS for Girago. Alright, that is our video part 2 against the defense type. Make sure you watch part 1 if you haven't already, and stay tuned for part 3. Alright, thanks guys.